because every time I have butterflies in my stomach, I'm like, oh, I'm nervous. I'm like, no, I'm excited.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm scared or I'm nervous. No, I'm actually excited that I'm going to do this. Do I have an MRI of the brain next week? I'm excited about that. That's going to be fun. Not really, but it's going to be fun. Give me
You
some. It's going to be fun.
put the headphones on. Put the headphones on.
I know. No, adamant girl. I already told my doctor, give me some pop, some pills.
I love
Yes.
it. Oh my gosh. I
Yeah.
have a mammogram in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah.
I have
So,
one tomorrow and an ultrasound because this part hurts over here.
oh
I know
no.
it's nothing. Oh, it's nothing.
Yeah. No,
I
but
know it's
still, I
nothing.
mean, we
But
get it checked
still,
because, yeah. Okay.
that's another thing. Once you have a cancer, it's like the doctors will just test everything, and you will be paranoid too. You'll be like,
It's,
"I want that tested."
it's fantastic. I
Yeah,
requested a PET scan, and
nice.
I'm so glad that I did because before I went into the tube for the PET scan, I had made the appointment. I was there. One of my friends who took me to some chemo treatments too. Oh my gosh, I had two friends who took me and would take me to everything, surgeries, all of it.
Beautiful.
Godsends for sure. We're sitting in the waiting room, and I'm like, okay, I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm scared. But I asked for this thing. It wasn't something even my doctor was like, she's like, you don't have to have it. And I was like, no, for my peace of mind, I need this. And I was afraid it was going to just show that everything was lit up. And in my head, I went, well, if it is, it is. And then you'll know and you can do something about it. Like knowledge truly is power. Turned out
Absolutely.
turned out to be just
Nothing. Yeah,
it was nothing because they had
yeah.
already taken out all the things, and this was
Beautiful.
after my surgeries, so they were like, nope, you're clear. I'm like, great, we'll do it once a year then, thanks.
Absolutely. Oh, you have. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it because they actually say that people who go to physicals and like take care, like if they have a symptom of something, go to the doctor immediately, they actually live longer because
Yeah.
whatever they have, they catch it early. So now we're both like that. It's like, like the MRI of the brain, I don't have to do it. I just, because I know what it is, because it's a birth defect in my brain, which is nothing. It's like of some veins.
Makes you
Uh,
smarter.
I know it makes me wonder, but it's like it showed in the MRI 2 years ago, and then a CT scan, it showed with no contrast. It showed the same thing in the same place, but then I'm like, I want to do an MRI, So I
Yeah.
did ask to go to a neurosurgeon, and like they had to order the MRI. You know how the system
Yeah.
is. But that was the only person that could order it, and I've been delaying, plus like
Yeah.
doing it. But I'm gonna call next week or this week, later this week, and just book
Yeah.
it and do it and take some Ativan and just get it over with and know that everything is okay because I know everything is okay.
And you only have to do it once a year. And so, and I will say, I'm the biggest. I had the biggest aversion to needles. Honestly, still do, but I'm so much more chill now. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, my body goes into like absolute shock if they don't get the vein the first time, but
yeah, I know.
I'm able to at least communicate to the nurses and be like, if we don't happen to get it the first time, me crying, just weeping uncontrollably and shaking, not a reflection on you. It's just what happens. We're
Oh.
okay. We're okay. And they're like, oh, okay. Well, we'll try to get it the first time. I was like, great. That'd be awesome. Like,
Yeah.
it's just part of it. It's just part of being aware of like, we go through it a little bit every year. So you once a year for this, and I'll
Well,
do,
the MRI, no, not really once a year, not even that.
oh,
It's
good.
a birth defect that I had forever, and a lot of people have it, and
Oh,
it's called DVM, where you have an extra like veins or something that are
okay.
like protruding, but it doesn't mean absolutely anything. But of course, because I went through cancer, I'm like,
Oh,
I want to have the MRI. It wasn't necessary. My GP was like, if you don't need to do it, but I was like, I don't want to, but I want to, you know.
wow. Yeah. I'm going to have multiple mammograms this year because multiple doctors. I had my surgeon was like, you don't actually need one in June or whenever. Like, my radiologist was like, I'd like you to have this before you come see me. I was like, sure, no problem. And I saw my surgeon. He's like, you don't need to get it that soon. I need you to have one for this and that. And I was like, and I go, is it a problem to have more than one? And he's like, no, it just hurts you. And I was like, I'm fine. I will get multiple. That's fine.
What's a mammogram? It's nothing. They squish your boob. It's
I
nothing.
know. I was like, I've had those before. We're fine. I've had
Yeah,
tons of those now. Yeah. They
please.
even pushed mine after my biopsy.
Ah, that hurts.
After my second yeah, after my second biopsy. Oh, when we get to that episode, we're gonna need some trigger warnings on there because
Oh, yeah. We should
that
put
is,
trigger warnings. Yeah.
yeah, that's one of the just one of the hardest things I've ever gone through. And we've gone through
Oh,
cancer. Like my
oh,
second biopsy was like just a massacre. It
what?
was so bloody, so painful.
I'm
And then they
sorry.
squished me in a mammogram.
That I couldn't they do an ultrasound?
No, they said they needed the picture with the new chip in it, the little clip thing that they leave in you. Yeah,
Ah, I know.
it's all, it is what it is. But I'm like, oh, okay, okay. So I'm glad that one of the worst things happened in the beginning so that I had a frame of reference to go, oh, it's not as bad as that. Okay.
Wow, worse than chemo and radiation
Oh,
and
no, no,
surgery.
chemo was definitely
The
worse
worst.
than the
Yeah,
biopsy. Chemo's the worst.
yeah, it's the
Um,
worst.
my biopsy was worse than radiation for me. Yeah,
Wow. No, radiation is actually
so easy.
okay. It's the fatigue. Oh, compared to chemo, it's nothing.
I know. After I finished, they're like, okay, you're gonna have to go in 5 days a week, and I was like, okay, but I just lay there, like nobody's gonna put anything in me. How am I gonna feel? Is it gonna burn? And they're, it might burn. You might get this. You might be tired. I was like, I'm already tired. We're fine.
Exactly. Tired on top of tired, you don't even feel it.
No, I drive home and go to sleep.
Girl, yes. My last chemo, I drove home. I shouldn't have done that because my friend that
You
was still,
drove yourself?
and I had an accident because I was out of it. And but you don't realize that you're messed up. I was messed up. Yeah.
Oh my
For six
gosh.
chemo, I did that. That was the
I
dumbest
don't
thing
think
I've done.
I don't think they're allowed to release you to not you after chemo.
They did.
Oh no, maybe they
They
thought you
did.
had someone. Oh my gosh. I've
Maybe.
never,
Yeah. No, they did. They did. They let me go. It's okay.
they
They
told
didn't.
me I was not allowed to do anything.
I did it.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't know. Then nobody told me. See, that's another thing. They told you that. They didn't tell me that.
Oh, there's so many different things that certain doctors will tell you versus other doctors. And that's part of the process too, is learning to ask more questions than you ever dreamed. Because
Yes.
they know all the things, so they don't remember what regular people don't know. For good or bad, whatever. They just don't remember that we don't know everything they know. So they like hit the highlights, but not the specifics.
100%.
Yeah.
And
So
you have to ask questions. That is the most important thing. I'm not saying I didn't ask the question. I was, it's just I
oh
didn't know. Nobody told me. But a lot of people that I met doing chemo, they were like, "Oh, I don't know what I have, and I don't know what stage is." I was like, "You need to ask questions. You need to know what stage you are. What do you have? Where's the tumor? You need to see the images." I always ask for the images. You
yeah,
need to see the reports. You need to really because
yeah,
a lot of times they don't tell you stuff like with the brain. I did an MRI 2 years ago and they found this DVM thing, which is nothing. Again, it's nothing.
right.
And nobody told me about it. And then I do a CT scan for my sinuses. My sinuses are fine, but they're like, well, there's something like in the left, it's called the frontal
No,
lobe.
yeah.
And so I pulled out the MRI, went to my oncologist. She says it's the same thing. I was like, why didn't anybody tell me? I suffered for like a few days thinking I was, I had something in my brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, the cancer went to the brain. What?
Which is not unheard of.
No,
It's not.
it's right there.
I mean, when I got my eyes checked, the ophthalmologist, I guess it
Yes, yes.
the ophthalmologist
Chemo
said,
brain.
yeah, right. She goes, she's like, okay, well, I need to see you every year from
Yeah.
here on out because breast cancer migrates to the eye more than most other body parts. And
Why
I'm
did
like,
they tell you that?
Daddy, what? So,
Oh,
and I was like, never would have known. It's that in the liver. That I knew because I'd been told it. Because they're neighbors. The liver is a
okay.
neighbor to the breast.
it's not going to go anywhere because
Oh
all the
no,
cancer
it's not
cells,
there anymore. But she's still
they
it's
dead.
done.
Yes. Bye, bitch.
Bye.
Yes. Forever. We're
Yeah.
not
Oh no,
dealing with them again. Mm-mm.
she was gone. Um, grateful. She played her part, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm. Do I wish I never had it? Yes, but would I have grown the way I've grown without
No.
it? No. This was like a master class in life, you know.
I always said, whenever before I came to this planet, I was like, okay, what do I need to do to get enlightened? You have to sacrifice your right boob. Okay, no problem. Here it is. Yeah, take it.
Be
And
like,
I'm like,
I'll get a fun new one and I'll play with it, right? Yeah.
yeah,
It's all gonna be great, Grace.
exactly.
It's
Titty and Big
true.
Mama. Titty. Titty
Mhm.
is my new one. Big Mama is the old one. She's a little depressed.
And I got to keep both of mine, and they
Yes,
don't love me.
good,
Maybe we
good.
could put a poll up and have people help me name them. I don't know.
I know we need to name your twins.